Good evening and welcome everybody. It is Wednesday, hump day. How are we doing this evening? My name is Jesse and welcome to Questionable Sports. I will be with y'all all evening. Well, not all evening, just until I'm done talking. I hope y'all having a great day. Hope you're having a happy holidays. Merry Christmas to y'all. Let's get this party started. Hold on, I forgot one thing. Give me 1 second as I switch screens. I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. I am back. Sorry about that. Forgot. Yep, I did. I forgot my shot. Here we go. Boom. Cheers. Let's do the damn thing. Make sure I got the star in there. Still a Cowboy fan. Still love him. All right. Whew. Transitioning again. Let's see what we're going to talk about today. Today we got, well, I welcome y'all. Welcome. We're going to talk about tonight's games. And then we got a new segment. We got what do you think? Tell me what y'all think about different things that's going on in the sports world or just in the world in general. But today it's going to be sports. Uh, Playoff bracket. Scotty should be joining us soon. So the playoff bracket. Scott, of course, Scott's going to ruin our day by talking. He got his own segment. Talk a little bit of Cowboys. Question of the day: Sunday's games with college football is pretty much wrapping up right now with the regular season. Now it's going to be pretty much a lot of focus on NFL. So we're going to talk about some games on Sunday, and then my favorite segment, put a shot on it, which I didn't do a very good job. And of course, before I finish that, let's go with the last word. This is my show, so I'll always have the last word. Um, Again, I didn't do a very good job this past week. I had what's going on, Wheat? How you doing today? Thank you for joining. I went 1 for 4, so I got to take 4 more shots tonight. Let's start off with one right now. Um, I did not do very good. I picked SMU to beat Clemson. They lost. So this is for Clemson. This is for the SMU loss. Woo! Got a little taking a little shot to vodka. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but there's a vodka company out there that would love for me to drink them. I would gladly drink them and sponsor them on the show. So reach out to me at highly questionable, not highly questionable, questionable sports at yahoo.com. But moving right along. Oh, some of the other games that I was wrong on, so we'll know. I was wrong about the Western Kentucky versus Jacksonville State game. That was a Friday night game that I was wrong. I picked Western Kentucky. I was also wrong with Penn State and Oregon, and I was mostly going that with my heart. I like Penn State. It's not like my top 5 team. There may be like 6 or 7, but I am a Penn State fan. I did get their Arizona State, Iowa State game right, and SMU Clemson game I got wrong, and then I got the Texas versus Georgia game wrong. So sad, so sad. But moving right along, let's talk about tonight's games. Well, it's not really tonight's, more of the week, so I might need to change that segment up instead of saying tonight's. But no math games tonight, but we do have the Warriors versus the Rockets at 8:30 on TNT. If you want to check out that game, Mavs did play last night and lost to Oklahoma. I'm over here talking too fast, and messing me up. Also, NFL games. We got the Cowboys and Panthers Sunday night or Sunday afternoon at 12 o'clock on Fox. Uh, Thursday night game, the Rams and the 49ers play on Prime. If y'all want to check out that game, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. NHL, no Stars games, but there is a Rangers Sabres game tonight on TNT at 6. If you care to watch any hockey, I highly recommend watching hockey. Stars. I know the game is probably funner at the game, but it's fun to watch at home too. College football. This is the last game. I love this game. It's a traditional game been going on for years. Army Navy game, but it also tells you that that's the end of the regular season. It's always the last game of the season, no matter what. Um, it's Saturday at 2 o'clock. It's always it's good. I think it's gonna be a good game. Navy has a good record. Army is undefeated. So if Army wins this game, I'm not sure when was the last time they actually went undefeated throughout the whole season. But that's gonna be interesting to watch. So I mean, if you've been watching college football, let's watch the last one together. Saturday at 2 o'clock. Army Navy. So oh, I'm fucking up. It's my first day. So that's what we got going on for this week. So if y'all want to watch any of those tonight or this during the week, feel free to. It will be awesome. Uh, but moving right along, we ain't got time to be playing around. It's time for the next segment. What you think? So it's what I'm gonna tell y'all or ask y'all. What do y'all think about what's going on? I will be. You need to stop drinking on the job. This is not a job. This is a hobby. So it's not the same thing. But if it was a job, it'd be my job, and I decide I'm the boss. But welcome, Kareem. Thank you for the compliment, Mom. I like that. Let's see, where's it at? Like the little snowman there. Trying to change it up a little bit. Um. So the first thing on what do you think? Give me your opinion on this. Is the Juan Soto contract. 15 years, 765 million with the Mets. That was a crazy. Cream had brought this up. Who I thought he was going to sign with. I was thinking he was going to sign with the Yankees, just because they had history. But he ended up signing with the Mets. Cream was right. He said that they had a chance to sign with the Mets. Let me go and take my second shot. This is for the Western Kentucky loss. Oh shit! Don't overfill it. The Western Kentucky. This is my second one of the four. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Um, but yeah, I think that's a crazy deal. It's the biggest deal in Major League Baseball. No human being is worth 700 million. You know what? I mean, he's not gonna be necessarily worth it right now, but that contract, that shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. Just think about that. That you have that security blanket for 15 years that you're going to be getting paid no matter what. I'm not sure how much of it is guaranteed. They haven't went into details about all that what's going to be guaranteed in the contract and what he's got to do and shit like that. But the fact that you know that you're guaranteed for the next 15 years to have, I mean, with us 15 years, we're like, man, I don't want to get paid this when I'm getting out 15 years later. But I don't think that's going to be an issue for him 15 years later. Um, and on top of that, yeah, I don't. I'm probably going to agree with you on that one, Kay. I don't know if anybody's going to be is worth putting all that because you're literally giving them all this money for and how many times have these uh athletes fucked up? Look at Deshaun Watson. Let's look at um okay, for the Rangers, Rupnik Odor. They gave him all this money, and then what did he do? He didn't do nothing after he got that contract. So I mean, that's what's crazy. That's why I don't. I mean, that's why I guess that's why I'm not rich. I don't. I wouldn't risk it like that. I wouldn't risk all that money for one player, one person. So, uh, but congratulations to him. Shit, he's gonna get paid, and it starts next year. So it's not like he's got to wait. Sometimes contracts you have to wait a year or two. Like Dak's contract, it's not this contract don't start to next year. Same thing with CD. His contract doesn't start to next year. But they do get that signing bonus, so it's all guaranteed. Golly, that is crazy. That's what's crazy. If you got any kids, put them in baseball. Baseball's where the money's at. I know NFL makes this was crazy. NFL makes more money, but baseball pays more. Is that crazy? Baseball, NFL is making all this money, but they're not. They don't. Well, they're playing them now, but they have a salary cap. Baseball has a salary cap, but it doesn't really matter. Same thing with NBA. They have a salary cap, but it doesn't matter. NHL, they're real strict on their salary cap, so that's why a lot of players like with NHL. It's a big deal when they get paid like $9 million each a year. Like a superstar is probably getting paid $9-10 million a year in NHL. That's a superstar. A superstar in NFL, you got like what Dak's about to get paid $55 million a year, and basketball you have same LeBron's getting like 50 something a year. So it kind of sucks for NHL, but actually it's a fun sport. I always tell people to check it out if they don't. Some people just don't like watching it, but I mean, you get to fight. They get to fight in the middle of a game. You get mad at somebody, you get to throw down. Yeah, you should have played baseball, Kareem. Think you would have been a better. I don't know. You're not a. I don't think you're good at baseball. Hmm. Got to think about it. Topic number two. We're moving right along. Topic number two. What do y'all think of the Texas Rangers re-signing Nathan Eovaldi? 3 years, $75 million. He's gonna be making $25 million a year. And this is a pitcher making $25 million a year. And we were just talking about how players are getting paid. He only pitches 20 some games, maybe 30 games a year, and that's it. And he's gonna get paid $25 million a year. That's I would say if you got kids and you want them to make some money, put them in baseball. But I'm excited about that. He's been our best pitcher for the last 3 or 4 years. I'm gonna say 3 years. Last year, the year before, and then last 3 years, he's been healthy. When he is healthy, the Rangers team to win. Hopefully, with DeGrom coming back, it's gonna be a good baseball team. Now that college football is ending, I'm gonna have to start looking forward to other sports, basketball, NHL, and Major League Baseball. I mean, NFL. I mean, I pay attention to the NFL a lot, but pay more attention to it now that college is over. So, but I'm excited about Nathan Eovaldi. I'm hoping that he can come back, play as. I mean, he didn't have to play as great, but he played good enough for the team. It's just our baseball team just doesn't have any bullpen, so I'm hoping they can work on that this offseason. But we'll see. They got the draft coming up pretty soon, I believe. No, the draft ain't until June for baseball. It's till June. So let me know what y'all think of that Nathan Eovaldi signing for the Texas Rangers. Moving right along. This one I don't like. What are y'all thinking about the Cowboys losing Overshown for the year? If the season's over with the Cowboys losing Monday night, season's been over since Dak was hurt. You know how many times? Think about this. Think about it. How many times in this week, since Dak went down, have we sat there or at least I have? I know I'm not sure if y'all have sat there. Damn, if Dak was playing, we would have won that game. How many times did y'all think that? I know y'all thought about it this past week against the Cincy. Think about it with when the Cowboys played the Eagles. Think about it. Like there's 2 games right there that Cowboys could have won. I believe, and to answer your question, if they lose with the loss with Monday night, they didn't really have a chance to get in the playoffs with the win. It's a long road. It was a long road. They had to continue winning, basically almost win out, and on top of that, have other teams lose to get in the playoffs. So, yeah, I think most likely for the most part, I think they're eliminated for the playoff contention. I mean, there's still an opportunity. So what's that saying? If you say there's a chance, you never know. But I still say they're going to have 2 more wins. They play Carolina this week. Carolina is not a great team, but the last couple of weeks they have been playing good. They just been falling short. Like them was beat the Eagles last week. So I wouldn't sleep on the Panthers. I hope the Cowboys don't either. But like I was saying about Overshown, it sucks. He's out. He tore his ACL, PCL, MCL. He is out. Like his career's not over. It's just going to be a long time before he can come back. He's going to miss the rest of this season, and he's going to miss the rest of next season. So he's done for. And then on top of that, what's crazy is once the end of the season, his contract's going to be due. Not this season, but next season, his contract's going to be due. So what are the Cowboys going to do about that? That's what's going to be crazy. I know that you have to re-sign him for the Cowboys, but where are you going to meet in that contract? He's proven to show that he's a great linebacker, but right now he just can't stay healthy, and it's not his fault either. That's what's crazy. Anything can happen. That's true, Mom. Anything can happen. Offense just don't run as smooth without Dak. Um, you can tell nothing against Cooper Rush, but I mean when you look at his stats, he's like 11 for 29 for 120 yards. The running game has helped out a lot. There's Rico's doing a hell of a job. But I just feel like when Rico's not in the game, it is the running game stops right then and there. When he's out, everybody knows the Cowboys are going to pass because they'll hand the ball off to Zeke maybe once or twice, and that's it. I think Zeke had 3 carries when Monday night, so they already knew when Rico's out of the game, they're throwing the ball. So the Cowboys are being predictable right now. That's what's kind of hurting the offense. But back to Overshown. I hope when he does come back in a couple of years, that's gonna be our Super Bowl run. Can't say it's gonna be next year. Again, like I said, next year, Cowboys, um, their salary cap is gonna be tough. I think the Cowboys have to sign 20 players. I'm gonna say 21 players. I think is what I said last time. 21 players that are gonna be free agents this year at the end of this year. So some of them are not big names. They're just like some of the backups, some of the maybe a linebacker, a defensive tackle, or something like here and there. But they're gonna have to get Micah's contract taken care of, and that's gonna be more money. So, let me see. Scotty's joined yet? Not yet. Moving right along, the last one, last but not least, the breaking news is going on right now is what do y'all think of Bill Belichick finalizing a deal for University of North Carolina? That is crazy. I don't even think as Bill Belichick as a college coach. I just don't see it. It's weird to even hear it or think it or say it. It's just not who he has ever been. That as a coach that we know, he has never been a college coach. You always known him as an NFL. You think of it, you see him as an NFL coach. Now to sit here and think that he's going to coach these kids, that's crazy. The running game has gotten a little better. Do you think we should draft a running back? I do think we need to draft a running back, but not in the first round. There's a lot of good running backs. I know people like Gentry. They love him out of Boise State. And don't get me wrong, I think he's a good running back. But I'm interested to see what he's going to do in these playoffs when he's playing, because he's going to actually play some competition now. Some teams that got defenses. He's played against a little bit of lesser talent. Now he's going to play against some talent that's going to be more. So I'm interested to see what he's going to do against that. Who I do like is Arizona State's running back. I can't even say his name. I can't. Scott was here. Scott will tell you his name because I'll fuck it up. And it's
Scott's here.
There you go. See now, Scott, tell me what's Arizona State's running back's name.
Scattaboo.
There you go. See, I told you Scotty would know. Scotty would know. Scottaboo. I like that running back. Now, I'm not going to say that he's better than Gentry at Boise State, but I love the way how he runs hard. And the only negative I'm going to have on that is he's going to get himself hurt because he runs so hard. But I like him. I think they could get him in the third round, second or third round, maybe even the fourth round, because a lot of teams don't, or a lot of people don't watch Arizona State. And if you watch the game on Saturday, you would have saw this running back is hella good. He doesn't know how to go down. Am I right, Scotty?
Yeah.
So the only reason I'm bringing up Scotty, because Cream put in. My mom said hi, Scotty. Cream said the running game has gotten better. Talking about the Cowboys, do you think they should draft a running back? And I said the Cowboys should draft a running back, not in the first round though.
Yeah.
Like I always say, when I make these predictions or say stuff like this, it's saying what I want. I'm not saying I don't got my foot in the door and I can hear what's going on in these back rooms and the Cowboys organization. So what I want for the Cowboys to draft, I would love for them to draft offensive line again. I mean, I love when the Cowboys have a dominant offensive line. If they can't get offensive line, try to get a linebacker. Or I'm a big advocate for a safety that can play. If there's a safety out there that you can get, like when Baltimore got Hamilton out of Notre Dame, Cowboys could have got him. But they overlooked him. and got some. They got offensive line, so I can't get mad at about that draft pick. But they got offensive line, a good offensive lineman. But what we got on Scott is, what do you think of Bill Belichick finalizing a deal to be UNC's new next head coach?
Did he finalize it?
Right now they're working on finalizing the deal. Breaking news on ESPN earlier today. It was probably about 5:00 when that popped up.
I don't see him lasting too long.
Is it because of his age, or is it because
No, it's just a whole different environment. He doesn't like dealing with all that BS. He's not gonna wanna recruit. Do you have to deal with all the NIL stuff and the transfer portal and
let me ask y'all, chat, and let me ask you, Scott. Why would he want to take that job then? What would motivate him to want to take that job?
I don't know why he's taking the job, honestly. I guess he just wants to coach. I mean, he doesn't need the money.
That's the thing though, because everybody's already talking about him coaching all these different NFL teams. That they already got him like, hey, we think this team be good for you. This team would be good for you. There was the Giants. There's the Browns. Going back to the Browns. Imagine him going back to the Browns again. That was throw the Cowboys out there. So I mean, there's teams out there for him. I don't know what.
I don't know why he's deciding to go to college.
Because it's crazy, because you have to literally go sit in these people's houses and try to convince them, hey, come play for me. Come play for North Carolina. And that's something he never really had to do. All he had to do was like, here's what we're gonna pay you. Come play. So I mean, I guess that kind of works out but no, he can't even work out NIL deals. It's not. It's against the rules for them.
Oh yeah.
Cream said he's trying to be like Dion. Can't be like Dion. Dion is fit to be. In my opinion, this is my opinion. I feel like Dion's fit to be a college coach. He can relate to these players a little bit more, because, especially now, because he was all about the money. Now, when these kids come in and say, I want this NIL deal, well, he can say, this is how you can get that. This is how I did it. This is how you could get that. That's how I feel about the Dion thing. Or comparing him to Dion.
Yeah. Bill Belichick's, I think he's too old school.
Yeah. And that's what sucks, because it's
because he hates dealing with the media. He hates dealing with the agents.
Yep. Cream says because his 24-year-old girlfriend attends the school. Ain't no way she goes to that school.
Probably.
Yeah, could be right though. All right, that was it for what y'all think. Thank you for y'all's opinion. I gave you my opinion. Scotty, you joined up late, but I can tell you what we talked about. We talked about the Juan Soto deal, the 15 years, $765 million deal. Cream said he's not worth it. Huh?
No. Yankee fans are pissed.
Oh, I'm sure they are. And I talked about Rangers re-signing Nathan Eovaldi, 3 years, $75 million. I was telling everybody, if they have kids, put them in baseball, because that's where the money's at.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
And then I talked about Cowboys losing Overshown. So that's what we talked about. Moving right along, the next thing we're going to talk about is the playoff bracket. Scotty's here now, so we can talk a little bit about what games we like. We don't have to really pick a winner, Scotty, but we can just talk about some of the games that we like, that we think are going to be good games.
I think all will be good games, but we can go through. I think all will be good games, but I mean, we can go through. There's only 4 games in the first round, so.
Yeah. So let me pull that up and then get y'all so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Booyah. So first game, it's not actually the first game of the, or we'll do the first game of the night, or it's going to be the first game, which is going to be Indiana Notre Dame.
Yeah, it'll be Friday, December 20th.
At 7 o'clock. See, the thing about this game, what's interesting to me is Indiana really hasn't played a great team. The team they did play was Ohio State. They got their ass kicked. Notre Dame, they're known to choke. So
Yeah,
what team is
they
going to show up for
can.
Notre Dame? So that's what's crazy. That's what um it's gonna. I think it's gonna be an exciting game just because of that. I love Indiana's offense, but Notre Dame's got a good defense. Um, Notre Dame's also got a good running game. Indiana's defense is kind of shaky. So right now they got Notre Dame favored at 7.5, as you can see right here down the bottom. So I know you can't see it, Scotty, but so, but
Yeah, I got it here.
so another game that I'm liking is the SMU Penn State game.
Yeah, that's
And
the
again,
second
we're not
one.
gonna pick winners here just yet. We'll do that next week. But
Yeah, that's the 11 o'clock.
yes,
The 11 o'clock whiteout. Penn
at
State
Penn.
fans are
So,
again.
but the thing is, it's not even Penn State's fault. It's not Fox this time. It's TNT. It's gonna be on TNT, which is crazy because the first time it's gonna be a
Yeah,
college football game on TNT.
yeah. The second game is to the
Yeah,
Texas game will be
yep,
too.
yes. Texas Clemson's gonna be on TNT as well. What's crazy is I don't know if SMU has enough for Penn State. So
Yeah, I mean their defense is all right. Penn State, uh, they're known to choke as well, but usually against the tougher teams.
yeah. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta say. Cream said trying to be like Dion, where he's going to be the spotlight in college football. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying on that.
Going to North Carolina though.
Yeah, North Carolina. I mean, if you want to be, I mean, I understand if he has some kind of connection to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, Dion didn't have no connections with Colorado though. He just
No.
they offered him money. The next game is going to be the Clemson Texas game. Now, real quick, while I'm thinking about Texas, there is a possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that Texas can play here at AT&T Stadium. And let me explain how. If they beat Clemson, they play at Arizona State, or they play Arizona State at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. If they beat Arizona State, if you look right here, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, this is where
Yep.
they'll play on the 10th of January on ESPN.
Boise State. No, Boise State.
It'll be Arizona State, but it'll be the winner of Oregon and
That's right, winner of Oregon.
whoever Tennessee or Ohio State.
State.
So, and they'll be here at AT&T Stadium. So save your money, because I think that'd be a pretty cool atmosphere to go and watch the game.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Texas Clemson. Clemson's on fire right now. If I was Texas, I'd be kind of worried. Texas is not playing very well. It's the end of the year, and you're not playing very well. That's not a good thing.
The Clemson doesn't have great receivers.
They don't.
I think Texas secondary can shut them down. Clemson will have to get the running game going in order to win, I think.
Speaking of, I'm gonna take my third shot. This is for. I already took my shot, Scotty, for the Western Kentucky loss. It's for Penn State losing. Penn State losing to Oregon. I gotta take one more, and that'd be the. I gotta take one more, and that'd be for the. That would be for the Texas loss. But yeah, what were you saying, Scotty? I'm sorry.
I just saying how Clemson will need to get the running game going if they want to have a chance.
I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be tough against Texas though for Clemson.
Yeah, it's. I think it's 10.5. I think Texas is favored by.
So some people are upset though because Clemson just beat SMU, but SMU got the better ranking.
Yeah.
And if I was Clemson, I think I'd rather play a struggling Texas than a Penn State.
Yeah.
That's me. That's just what I'm thinking. I think I'd rather play a struggling Texas who offense is struggling. Defense is not. Their defense, Texas defense, top
Yeah.
notch. But Penn
Do you
State,
think? Yeah.
right now they're flowing. They did lose to Oregon, but they're still flowing. They're still got a good team.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna see Arch Manning?
I'll say this: if the first half Ewers is still struggling, I can see Archie coming in the second
Yeah.
because
Okay.
Ewers is I don't know. And you know what's crazy is if you watch a lot of Texas games, and I know a lot of y'all who are watching, and I do because my wife loves Texas. Um, with Ewers has always been that guy big game. He's showing up when there was a smaller teams. That's when he was struggling. Right now he's just struggling all around. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
still injured or he's scared to get hurt or what. But right now he's just struggling. So Cream said I disagree. Texas would have run if the kicker just would have won if the kicker made one of the two. I'm not saying that Texas is like sorry. Yeah, the kicker they missed it, but we're used to. Don't get me wrong, and correct me if I'm right. As a Texas team, you're used to a high powered offense who's rolling. They've always, even if they're losing, they're still rolling. Am I right, Scotty, or am I just talking out of my
No.
ass?
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I mean, I just feel like with a Texas team, you always had with an offense. They've always had an offense that's rolling. Even when they had losing teams, they still had an offense that's rolling. It was
Yeah.
always their defense that was always in
The,
question.
their issue both times in Georgia is they couldn't get the running game going.
Yeah, that
But
is true.
Georgia shut them down both times.
But Georgia's always been good against the run. If you have to beat them with the pass, that's what Alabama did. Look what Alabama did to them. They threw all over them in the first half, and they got that big lead. Now,
Yeah.
when Georgia started coming back, that's the same thing Georgia Tech did. Georgia Tech beat them with the pass, not with the run.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know Georgia Tech lost, but that's how they were able to keep in the game. Um, the last game is Tennessee Ohio State. I think that's going to be a good game. Um, they got Ohio State favored by 7.5. I really feel like Tennessee's going to be. It's going to be tough for Tennessee to go to Ohio State and win at
Yeah.
night.
This is gonna be a tough game.
At night, and I think
Yeah.
to me, honestly, if there's a game that I'm like, I think which one's going to be the best game to watch, I think it's going to be the Tennessee Ohio State game. I just feel like that game, it could go back and forth, but I think the atmosphere is what's going to be awesome. The atmosphere in the stadium, and Ohio State has a really good atmosphere in their stadium. What they call it, the what is their stadium?
The shoe.
The Shoe. There you go. Yep. So highly recommend if you do watch the game to watch that game. If there's a game too, I know a lot of y'all are gonna watch the Texas game, but if there's a game too that you don't know what else to watch, watch that one. I mean, I'm gonna watch the SMU Penn State game early in the morning.
I'll be watching all of them. So
Scotty's gonna be watching all of them. He's got it like that. He's got a man cave.
no.
I'm kidding. Let's see. Kareem said, but they playing Georgia, one of the best teams in the country, going to be a close game. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, I did like their fight. They didn't give up when Georgia was punching them in the mouth. So I did like the fight. Like I said, their defense is top. Texas defense is top notch. They shut down Beck when he was in the game. They weren't ready for the backup quarterback. He was more of a scrambling mobile quarterback. They weren't ready for him. But after that first drive, they shut him down. They got lucky at the end. So, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. But those are the games that are coming up next week. Not this weekend. We got to, like I said, the only game we got this weekend is Army Navy game. And like I said, it's a great game to watch. It's a classic. It's something that's a tradition you got to watch. But at the same time, it sucks because when you watch it, you know that's the end of the college football season.
Yeah.
So you hate to you see that last game when you're looking at the schedule for the whole year, beginning of the year, you're like, oh, I don't want to get to that last game. I don't want to get there because I know the college football's over. But it's been a great season. It was fun. How many times did I say, well, what about that one week? I wish I wish I could do editing and all that stuff. I'm gonna learn how to do that one day, guys. Um, but that one week when I said, "Oh, this weekend is just gonna be a bye week," there's not a lot of big games going on, and 7 ranked teams went down.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I love it. I love college football. Um, but yeah, that's all we got with the brackets. Like I said, Texas. There's a chance for Texas to play at the Cotton Bowl. Well, not the Cotton Bowl. 18. It's called the Cotton Bowl Classic, but it's at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think any game is going to be there. It's going to be fun to go to or go watch. It's actually a Friday night game. I believe it's a Friday night game. The 10th, the first of the 10th.
It'll be Cotton Bowl will be Friday. It's a
Yeah.
Friday.
So I think that'd be a pretty cool game to go
Friday
watch.
night game.
No, or any game is going to be there. I think it'll be cool to go watch. But moving right along. Oh, it's time for Scotty. It's time for Scotty's selfish segment. Are you ready, Scotty?
All right. Yeah.
All right, it's all yours.
All right. Let's take a look at the college basketball rankings. We had number 1 Kansas lost back to back against unranked teams, which is the first time that's happened since 2003. So they moved all the way up from 1 to they dropped all the way down to number 10. And then number 9 was Florida. They moved up. Gonzaga and Alabama moved up 3 spots to number 7. Marquette still rolling, number 6. Kentucky fell a little bit to number 5. Duke went way up to number 4. And Iowa State is at 3. Auburn at 2. And then Tennessee is number 1 right now, 8-0.
It's crazy to sit there and think Tennessee right now is number 1, and then you don't think about it. What is it? And we're talking about college basketball. If y'all don't know, if you didn't hear Scotty at the beginning, um, Tennessee, you don't really think of them as a basketball team. They've always had solid teams, but not a great team to be ranked in the top.
Yeah, they're usually make it to at least to the Sweet 16. Usually, I think most years.
Yeah. And I can't wait to that time, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I know what me and Scotty are gonna do when it comes to March Madness. We're gonna make a bracket ourselves on here live. We'll talk through it and do it, but we're gonna do a bracket on here. It'll probably be because they do Selection Sunday as well, so it'll probably be a Sunday night, Scotty. So keep that in mind. But that's further down the road.
I got a little ways to go.
Yeah, but it's fun to think ahead sometimes to let the audience know what we got going on. My mom said, "What time does Texas Longhorn play?" They don't play this week, Mom. They play next Saturday at 3:00. So, just to let you know.
Saturday.
You said what, Scotty?
So this Saturday's Army Navy. It's at 2:00.
At 2:00, yeah, correct. All right, go ahead, Scotty. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's really all I had.
All right, thank you, Scotty.
College basketball.
You ain't got no Giants news? I don't know. You have anything? Some people like to. It's crazy because some people's like. I think my mom asked one time. She was like, because you weren't on one day, and she was like, "Oh, no Giants news."
Well, I don't know if it's just a coincidence or they're trying to tank, but they have. I looked at the injury report today. They have 7 offensive linemen that didn't practice.
Oh shit!
And a total of at least 15 players on the did not practice list today.
Damn it! Well, I know Locke is not playing. That is going to be starting.
Most of their defense and Malik Neighbors was on there, so I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's.
Now they're to the point where they're tanking.
That's what it looks like.
That's crazy. Cowboys are going to be right there with them. Thank you, Scotty. I got a little song going on. I don't know if you can hear that. Can
Yeah,
you?
Drew Lock didn't practice. I think DeVito's starting next game again.
They already announced that DeVito's starting. Drew Locks
Yeah,
is in a boot because of his some heel injury he has.
yeah.
So, moving right along, we're gonna do. I got a little bit of Cowboys news. Again, it's not really. I already actually said it. I didn't mean to, but it was about Overshown. He's out for the rest of the season and next season. Um, that's really all the Cowboys news that's going on right now. Nothing. Nobody else is on the injured list. I did see some people upset that Parsons walking off the field as soon as the game was over. Like, what else is he supposed to do? They fucking lost stupidly. Let me take that back. Let me rewind. It wasn't. It was what the play at the time was stupid, but when you look at the film or you watch the video, he didn't know that the ball had got blocked. His back was to the ball. He turned around and he saw everybody. He saw the ball and everybody running to the ball. And in his head, he's thinking it's a fumble. And I started thinking about it. Yeah, if I don't know what just happened and I see a ball laying on the ground or bouncing around, I'm gonna think it's a fumble too. So at first, I was like, how does he not know that you don't touch the ball after it's been blocked? And you know the first thing that came to my head, Leon Lett. I was so mad. I went to bed mad. I told my wife the next morning. I texted her in the morning while I was at work. I was like, babe, I went to bed upset. And she was like, it's okay. You know, we got to get over it move on to the next game. I was like, yeah, I know. But then, you know, looking at some of the videos and listening to people talking, some of the experts they have out there, they were saying, you know, he didn't know. And they're showing the videos that he didn't know. And he even came out and said he didn't know. And you see on the sideline too, where Bones Jones was talking to him, telling him, "Hey, I don't know what's going, but that's his name, right? Jones, last name, special teams coach. But he was talking to him on the sideline, so I was like, man, I'm glad I waited. I waited 24 hours before I said anything or did anything, because if I would have started tweeting out or getting on any of these social medias and started saying shit, I'd have been talking all kinds of mad shit. Um, but yeah, so I feel bad for him. I think he was trying to make a play. He didn't know it was they had blocked it. He was
I
trying to
didn't
recover
see
from
the
it.
end of the game. I went to bed.
Oh,
I
did
think it
you?
was 17-17 or something like that when I went to sleep.
Oh yeah.
So
You
I
didn't see the
missed
black punt?
I missed what happened at the end.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was like I said, I was pissed. I was mad. I was like, I wouldn't have been mad if they would have lost by 21 points. I'm like, yeah, Cowboys, you know, they're gonna lose. They don't have the starting quarterback. They're missing you know, some offensive linemen. I was like, okay, you know, they're gonna lose. You know, I just wanted them to go out there and play hard. They played hard. They had a chance to win, and they just blew it. Bland had a terrible angle going for the receiver, but overall, I mean, for them to go against the number one offense, and I think they held them to 24 points. You know, and they're averaging 28 points a game. So they did what they did at home. They were getting their ass blown out by 30 some points. So I was like, hey, they played hella good at the end of the game. Yeah, it's not their fault, Cream. You're right. Cream says it's not his fault they lost the game. It's not, you know, but um, at the end of the day, I did like the way that the Cowboys played. I love how the offense was running the ball. Defensively, I think they're good. It just sucks that they lost Overshown, and that's another thing that added a little bit to the on top of it that I knew when his injury and the way they were carrying him off the field, I knew his season was done, and it sucks because if you look at previous episodes, the number 3, number 4, number 5, look how I was always talking about Overshown. I love this guy. I love this kid. I think he's really good. Watch him. Watch the game. He's really good. And man, I love when I'm right. I just love when I'm right. Right, Scott? Tell him I like when I'm right.
Yeah.
Hey, let me take another shot though. You know what I'm saying? I gotta work tomorrow still, guys. It's my last one. This is for Texas loss. Ugh. Here we go. Cheers. I'm leaning back in my chair. Cheers. Hey, this one's for y'all too. I appreciate y'all being on here. I appreciate Scott being on here. Next week is our last episode for the year. So, but we'll talk about that next week. Cheers. Go ahead, Scotty. Anything you got to say about the Cowboys before we move on? You said what? You got a muffle there.
I said no. I don't really have anything on the
Okay.
Cowboys.
All right. It is time for the question of the day. Whoop whoop. All right. Click. There we go. This one. Click there. All right. Question of the day. Favorite gift you ever got? That's the question of the day. Chat, let me know. Scotty, give you some time here in a little bit to answer the question. But your favorite gift you ever gotten?
At Christmas time or
At
just
Christmas time. I don't care about your birthday. Who gives a shit? So yeah, favorite gift you've ever gotten. So moving right along, Scotty, I was telling them one of the things we're doing now this week, starting this week since college football is ending, is Sunday games. We're going to start talking about Sunday games, games that are going to be we're going to be watching on Sunday.
All right.
So, I just got 4 games. I didn't write nothing down about them. I just gonna throw them out there. If you have anything to say about them, I'll go first so I can give you time to think. But the first game is the Chiefs versus the Browns. And the reason I put this game down, let's give you time to think, Scotty. But the reason I put this one down is the 12-1 Chiefs versus the 3-10 Browns at 12 o'clock on CBS. And the reason I put this game down is because the Chiefs always find a way to win. You know how many times I've had people text me, or I get to work, or I just talk to somebody and they're like, Chiefs, how do they do it? How do the Chiefs find a way to win? And there's that old saying that, winners always find a way to win no matter what the situation is. But we are also always sleeping on, because everybody's looking at, Patrick Mahomes have a terrible season. They have no receivers that are helping him out. Kelsey's having a down season. But we're sleeping on their defense. Their defense is really good. Their special team is good. So not only do they have that to help them with their lack of offense right now, but wait until their offense gets kicking. Wait till they get going. They find their momentum. I still don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. But they're 12-1. They always find ways to win. They have a hell of a good coach. Eagles, letting Andy Reid go was the dumbest thing I think Eagles have done. You know what's crazy is the Eagles have a winning record, and their team, not their team, but their fans don't even like their coach. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't have Barkley, I got the Eagles game on here too to talk about, but if they didn't have Barkley, I don't think the Eagles would be that good.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely helps.
Yeah. So you have anything to say about the Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns? I'll let Scotty go, and then I got one more thing to say. Go ahead, Scotty.
I don't really have much about that game. I don't think it's going to be close.
You think Chiefs are going to blow them out?
Yeah,
they're playing at Cleveland.
Yeah, but Denver put up 41 points.
Yeah,
like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know.
But that's, you're saying that, but then Cleveland. I'm glad you said that. I'm not going to sleep on Cleveland.
You're going to be
wait. Oh, I got you, Mom. I got you. What you're saying. Kareem, stop it, Kareem. I'll read those in a minute. God, you got me blushing.
Cleveland's the only one of the 2 teams the Giants beat this season.
Cowboys beat them too. But Cleveland's offense with Winston is really good. Winston, I don't understand why. I do understand too. I can't sit there and say why I don't understand. But Winston, he has the tendencies to throw those interceptions, but he loves to sling that ball. Giants need to go after him, Scotty. You need to make some calls. Giants need to go after him. Because
I don't know, maybe
y'all need a gunslinger, and that's a gunslinger for you right there. I think what's his name? Your receiver, Nibbles. What's his name? Huh?
Nipples.
I think he would love Winston, and he's just a fan favorite. Everywhere he's been, people have loved him. So I feel like they would
Yeah.
love him there too. The next game, I think might be the game of the week, is the Bills and Lions. The 10-3 Bills versus the 12-1 Lions. Now,
Yeah, that was gonna be my
you want to go first,
pick too.
Scott?
Um,
You want to go first, or you want me to go?
you can go ahead.
Okay. Now this game, I think I don't know if y'all remember from last week when I was talking about MVPs. I think Josh Allen heard me because he went off this week. I put in my group chat, Kay, you remember in the group chat we had, I put in that group chat, I think Josh Allen heard me and he's making me shut my mouth because he went off. He had 6 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I had him on my fantasy football team because he gave me 50-some points. I blew out my competitor 178 to 130 or something like that. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. I loved it. My team's coming alive now. My fantasy football. I don't know if y'all remember. Oh, I didn't do it on here, did I? Did I do
Just
my
in
draft on
time
here?
for the playoffs.
Huh?
So just in time for the playoffs.
I don't even know. Is the playoffs start this week or next week? I gotta look it up.
I think it's next week.
I gotta see if I make the. I'm at the bottom of the list right now. So, but
Or maybe it is this week.
I have to look. I don't got my phone on me. But Josh Allen heard me. I not calling him an MVP, and he went off this past week. Now against the Detroit Lions team, I don't know, but I don't care. I just hope it's a great game. I think this game's gonna be good. This is gonna be one of the games that I'm like excited to watch. It's gonna be on CBS at 3:25, so it's gonna be a good game. I'm excited to watch it. What were you saying, Scotty?
I don't think I said anything.
Oh, go ahead, Scotty. You got anything to say about that game?
It's gonna be a great.
It's gonna be a good one. It's again. I don't know if I said it's 10-3 Bills versus 12-1 Lions. I don't know if I said that or not.
No, I don't think he did. But yeah, I mean,
Cream says, "Well, we're going to talk about the Eagles next on this one. The next game is the Steelers and the Eagles. I think we're going to be a really good game. I don't know if you remember, Scotty, at the beginning of the season, Cream said that Mike Tomlin is not a good coach, and I told him I think he's a hell of a coach. Cream, Scott remembers you saying that. And they're 10-3 Steelers with Fields as their quarterback and Russell Wilson, which Denver could not do nothing with. And then he goes to Pittsburgh and look at him, he's freaking playing as a like a all-time pro or whatever.
He's doing all right. I wouldn't say he's.
Am I reaching a little bit there, Scotty?
Yeah, a little bit. Giants had a chance to get him too.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't think he'll fit with the Giants.
Nah, I don't think so.
But yeah, 10-3. It's going to be at an 11-2 Eagles. It's going to be at 3:25 on Fox. So you're going to have 2 good games on at the same time: the Bills and the Lions, and the Steelers and the Eagles. Hopefully, you have multiple TVs. But like I was saying, if Barkley wasn't there with the Eagles, I don't think Eagles would be that good. Hurts is only through. I think the last couple of games he's averaging like under 200 yards passing. Yeah, you don't have to throw the ball when you have a great running back, and which is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, Cream said, and they still lost. I forgot that. Yeah, they did lose.
Yeah.
Bills with Josh Allen doing all that. Who they lose to? Who they play with? Oh, the Rams out of nowhere. Puka. That dude was going off. Anything you got to say about the Steelers Eagles, Scotty?
Yeah, just
you want to make a prediction? Who you think's going to win?
They stop Barkley, then they'll pretty much shut down
the whole offense.
Eagles offense.
What do you think? I don't know if I asked you this, Scotty. What do you think if Barkley will beat Barry Sanders' record? What would you think?
I have anything against him.
Yeah, I got nothing against him either.
I would. Good for him. And I'd be happy for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, Giants.
You think Giants fans would be you think Giants fans like Barkley even though he's with the Eagles, or they hate him?
I think it goes both ways. I know when they played at home, they booed like crazy. At least the first half.
Cream said he
And
never
then,
said that.
then he went off, and then they started booing their own team.
Cream
But
said he never
yeah,
said Tomlin. Cream, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look up that video. I could have sworn you said Tomlin was not a good coach
it should be in the chat.
in the chat. Yeah. I might have to go back and look at the stream. I can't remember what day it
Yeah,
was, but I knew it was early in the season. It might have been
yeah,
it might have been when the Cowboys played the Steelers. It might
maybe.
have been. I'm gonna look at that one. The last game, Packers Seahawks. I just got this one on there because I just think it has a lot of implications when it comes to the playoffs. So
Yeah,
I think it's the 9-4
the,
Packers versus the 8-5 Seahawks.
yeah,
7.
the wild card teams right now.
Yeah, it's on. It's gonna be on NBC. So it's the Sunday night game. So I think it's gonna be a really good game. So anything else, Scotty?
No, I think that's about all. I mean, the Broncos Colts might be
Yeah, it could.
a decent game.
Hey,
I mean,
who's their quarterback? Is it Richardson went back to quarterback or with the Colts?
for the Colts,
Yeah.
it's yeah, I think so.
I haven't kept up with that whole situation that was going on over there after they benched his ass for quitting or going up for the sideline for a play for being tired. All right, now to transition to the end of the show. It's time for the segment. Put a shot on it. Now, college football being over again. We don't have a lot of games with college football, but I do. Scott didn't tell you, so I mean, we could probably put it in chat, text me or whatnot, what you think if you have a game. But I do got several games. I would do if y'all have any games y'all want me to put a shot on. Let me know. Basketball, hockey, football, NFL football. Let me know. But I do have one college football game, Army Navy. I'm gonna go with Army over Navy. I'm gonna go NFL for the next three, which would be Rams over the 49ers. I'm gonna go Cowboys over the Panthers, and I'm gonna go the Lions over the Bills. So those are my games. If y'all have any games, y'all can always. Eric Dixon, you're right, Cream. Eric Dixon is a single season record. I said Barry Sanders. My bad. Barry Sanders is college football. You're
Yeah,
absolutely right, Kareem. My bad. My apologies, Kareem. I've been drinking a little bit. I took 4 shots in less than an hour. In your face. So again, Army over Navy, Rams over the 49ers, Cowboys over Panthers, and Lions over the Bills. If any of those lose, I will take a shot on next Wednesday when I come on here. Scotty, do you have one right now, or you don't? Not yet.
no, I don't think I have one yet.
Okay. Well, if you can think of one, just text me or put it in the.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yes, sir. So time to move on. The last thing, of course, it's two more things. Question of the day. We'll do the question of the day, and the question of the day again was, what was your favorite gift you gotten? You ever got? At Christmas time we're talking about, so make sure it's Christmas time. And we had a couple of them in the chat, Scotty.
Okay.
One from my mom when she said, "Oh wait, Cream did say something." He said, AJ Brown not going to be with the Eagles next year." And Cream, let me know why you think that. You think he's done with the Eagles, or you think he just want more money? What do you think about that, Scotty? You think AJ Brown's going to be with the Eagles next year?
Wouldn't surprise me if he left.
I think Cream also said it's like the Chiefs are in a Walt Disney movie. They are meant to win. But Cream said, best gift as you as my best friend. That's why I was like, quit it, Kareem. Gonna make me blush. But we do Team Extreme Cream, man, we used to be crazy back in the days. We do all crazy wrestling moves back in the day. My mom was said that I was going to be a grandma. Yeah, that one year before we well actually yeah before my daughter was born we had an ultrasound, and my mom likes these turtle chocolate things, and we made an ultrasound. We blew it up and we put it on the cover of the turtles chocolate thing. And then when she pulled out, we gave her a gift, gift bag. Here, mom, Merry Christmas. And when she pulled it out, nobody knew. Nobody besides me and my wife, nobody knew what was in the in the bag. So when she pulled it out, my mom said, "She's pregnant," and everybody, you know how the movies where everybody stops talking, that's what just happened. Everybody turned and looked at my mom and said, "What?" And my mom said, "She's pregnant," and then I was like, "Yeah." And then so that's how we surprised my mom's on Christmas Day, telling her that my wife was pregnant. Um, so that was a gift to my mom. My mom was always like, "When you gonna give us? When you gonna give me kids? When you gonna have kids? When you gonna have kids? I want to be, you know." Everybody else had kids. My sister, both my sisters, my brother had kids, but it was always, "When you gonna have kids? When you gonna have kids?" I was like, "Nah, not right now. I'm having fun." I'm like, "We're traveling. We're married. We're traveling. We're having fun. We don't want kids right now." But little did nobody know that we were trying. So that yeah, that was a gift. So that what she said was one of her favorite gifts. Scotty, what about you? What is one of your favorite gifts you got for Christmas?
uh, it's one I can remember, I guess. I used to collect those big wrestling, like these big rubber wrestling
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Yeah.
So I used to get a lot of those at Christmas. I mean, I
Oh,
had like 40 some at one time, I
damn.
think. I don't know whatever happened to them.
They're in the trash.
Some of them would be worth money now
I'm sure.
because a
I'm
lot of
sure.
these guys are dead.
Yeah, I'm sure. Dang, that's crazy. Well, for me, it would have to be when I found out that I was having a girl. Me and my wife, we had what we knew we were having, but we wanted to wait until Christmas time. So we put it on the Christmas tree and we just waited until Christmas Day. And on Christmas Day, we opened it up, and that's when we found out that we were having a little girl. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was growing up, I wanted a boy. I was like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to have a boy. I'm gonna teach him everything. Football. We're gonna watch sports. Yada yada yada. But I felt like on top of that, like if I had a girl, I think that she would she would change who I am, because I think I'll be, because if anybody who knew me beforehand, I was crazy. I was drinking like all the time. You think I drink a lot now? I used to drink more. So now that I had her, I was like, to me, I felt like if I would have had a boy, I'd have been like, he'll get over it. He a boy. But now I have a girl, I'm like, gotta watch what I do, watch what I say. And it's like having, like, everything like my wife, always getting on to me. Don't do that. Don't say that. Dang, I hate this house. But yeah, when I found out I was having a little girl, that was pretty exciting. I loved it. So, anything else, chat? You got anything else to say? Scotty, you got anything? I'm finna move on to the last thing, the last word.
No, I don't really have anything else.
All right, on to the last word. We're up to 37 subs, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop whoop! Thank you, I appreciate it. Keep it up. Pass the word on. Let your tios, your tias, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your ex-wife, ex-husband. I don't care what you get to. Tell your friends. Pass the word along. I'm not out there networking, so I feel like y'all can help me out a little bit. But yeah, we get to 50. I'll think of something. No cream. I'm not gonna take my shirt off. Um, but yeah, let me get the word out there for me, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. Next week again, it will be my last episode. Me and Scotty are gonna take a hiatus. Is that how you say it? Hiatus. We're gonna take a little hiatus.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on some stuff. Maybe try to get where we can get me and Scotty both on camera together, or any other guests on camera, because I have a couple of people to say they want to be on it, but they want to be on camera as well. So see if we can do that, get that going. But I'll figure it out. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Turn your notifications on. It's right next. It's the bell right next to the like button. Tells you whenever I go live, so I won't have to be sending out messages every week. Next show might be on Saturday. We'll see. I don't know yet. But it's still thrown up in the air. I don't know yet because I don't have can't do the last what is it called? I put a shot on it because most of the games are on Sunday.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking about doing on Saturday is filling out. They have a thing called Bowlmania where you can fill out who you think is going to win for each of the bowls. So I might do that. Fill out a college football bracket of two. So we'll see for Saturday night, and then again next week we're doing one show. It's on Wednesday. So that's all I got. Scott, anything else for yourself?
Yeah. No, just follow us on Facebook also.
Yep, and you
I'll
have
probably go live a little bit once the after some of the bowl games,
oh, that'd be cool.
just to kind of give a quick recap or whatever, since we won't be doing shows.
Yeah, that'd be real cool. So don't forget, safety first and teamwork, ladies and gentlemen. If you're out there drinking, please don't drink and drive. Stop, drink, then drive. And other than that, that's all I got. Scotty, let me do one last look, make sure anybody said anything. Scott said, oh no, Scott, my mom says, should that you have didn't like the. Oh, my mom says, Cream, you did say you didn't like the Steelers coach. So, but other than that, Scotty, I appreciate you being on the show today. Next week, next Wednesday, we'll see y'all again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Kareem. Thank you, Wheat. Anybody else that was in the chat, if I forgot you, thank y'all for being on the show. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening. Goodbye.
All right, bye.